Ohtani's genius Sanpo Yoshi contract, making him, Dodgers, and fans happy. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. Okay, you all know that Shohei Ohtani made a deal with Los Angeles Dodgers, right? But do you know who he is? This is Hideki Kuriyama, and he was the manager of the Japan team during WBC. So basically, Shohei and Mr. Kuriyama played together for Japan in WBC, making the team win. Yeah. But Mr. Kuriyama was also the manager of the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters when Ohtani started his professional career there in 2013. Together, they approached the challenge of making Ohtani a two-way player. So in many ways, Kuriyama is his father figure. Yeah, he fostered Ohtani as a two-way player. Yeah. So now he is making an interesting comment about Ohtani's deal with the Dodgers. Yeah. So he said that his contract with the Dodgers was a Sanpo Yoshi deal. Now, what is Sanpo Yoshi deal? Well, if you're watching this channel, you probably know because I talk about Sanpo Yoshi all the time, right? So this is the Omi merchants philosophy. Yeah. Omi merchants are merchants from Shiga Prefecture, and they were one of the most successful merchants in 17th century and 18th century Japan. And Omi is the old name of Shiga, and Shiga today is the longest lived prefecture in Japan. And personally, I feel that this philosophy of Sanpo Yoshi has something to do with our longevity, but I won't go into detail today. Yeah. Okay. So now, what does Sanpo Yoshi mean? It means three-way satisfaction. So Omi merchants believe that when you conduct business, you need to make three parties happy. That is you, the seller, the buyer, and the society in general. So Yoshi means happy, good or happy. So Urite Yoshi means seller is happy. Aite Yoshi means buyer is happy. And Seken Yoshi means society is happy. So Sanpo means three direction, Yoshi. So the happiness in three directions. Yeah. Okay. So look at Ohtani's Sanpo Yoshi deal then. So the first one, seller's happiness. Well, he is happy. And then buyer's happiness, Dodgers are happy. And then society's happiness. In this case, the fans are happy. Okay. So let's look at it closely. Now, what was interesting about his deal was $680 million deferral. So his contract was $700 million. That is the biggest contract in the history of all sports, right? But so in an effort to enable the Dodgers to continue spending around stars Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman, Ohtani agreed to defer all but $2 million of his annual salary, $68 million of his $70 million per year, until after the completion of the contract. The deferred money is to be paid out without interest from 2034 to 2043. Okay, so that makes the big difference. Yeah. So now let's look at this chart again. So seller's happiness. Yeah, Ohtani is still happy if he receives $2 million a year, right? Because he doesn't spend that much money anyway. He's not into money. He doesn't live like a celebrity at all. In fact, he is kind of baseball maniac. Basically, he's just crazy about baseball. So all he does is, he kind of spend his time and energy into his diet and his exercises. So he might spend some money on his diet, but he doesn't go to parties and all those, luxurious celebrity, event. Yeah. And in fact, he just donate most of his money to charities and things anyway. So I think $2 million a year can make him very happy. Yeah. That is enough for him. Yeah. And then of course, this makes Dodgers happy. And then, but also it makes Shohei happy as well because they have the shared dream that is to win the World Series. The reason why Shohei picked Dodgers is so that he can go to the World Series, right? But then, I mean, Dodgers is a strong team now. Yeah. So he has much higher chance of going to the World Series now than before. But still not perfect, especially pitching. They don't have all the best pitchers yet. So I think they can, yeah, spend more money on recruiting other players too, such as Yoshinobu Yamamoto. In fact, I think Yoshinobu Yamamoto was one of the players that Shohei recommended Dodgers to get. In fact, now, so Yoshinobu Yamamoto is a Japanese pitcher, and now the talk is about him now. Yeah, New York Yankees, Los Angeles Dodgers, New York Mets, and some other major teams are all trying to get him. Yeah. And so, but when Dodgers met Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Ohtani was there. Ohtani and some other major players were there welcoming him. And then Shohei personally, yeah, asked him to, come to Dodgers, like join, us, right? And then, I mean, who wouldn't? who would be able to refuse that, right? So, and I mean, to be able to play in the same team with Shohei Ohtani is just incredible thing. I mean, you can learn so much from him, especially being the same Japanese player in a foreign team. You might spend more time together, speaking to each other in Japanese and stuff like that. So, I mean, the amount of time you can spend with Shohei and learn a lot from your senior is just incredible. So I have a feeling that he will pick Dodgers in spite of, the offers from other teams. I mean, this is just too big a chance to miss, really. I mean, you'll be, in a spotlight a lot more. I mean, he will be in a spotlight regardless of where he goes, but being in the same team with Ohtani, he will always be in the news, especially in Japan. Probably single day when the Dodgers have match, they kind of spend a longer hours showing both Ohtani and Yamamoto's play. Yeah. But anyway, now, so society's happiness. Um, so yeah, the fans are happy because we all want to watch Shohei playing in the World Series. I mean, of course, he getting MVP, yeah, and then becoming a home run champion is fantastic too. But we haven't seen him playing in the World Series yet. I mean, we saw him winning the World Championship of WBC, but I mean, World Series is different. I mean, still in baseball, in the world of baseball, WBC is not as powerful as the soccer's World Cup. Yeah, still with the World Series. So in order for him to prove that he's number one, he needs to win the World Series. And that's what we all want to watch. Yeah. Therefore, this deal is making it more possible for him to go to the World Series and then winning the series. Yeah. So fans are all happy. Yeah. Now, he could have just made only this deal, like without receiving $700 million, just receiving, $2 million a year, then that made Dodgers even happier. But probably fan won't be happy because it's not about the money. It's about the value. It's the fact that Shohei's skill was valued so much. And that's what, especially Japanese fans are all crazy about this deal because of that. Because, the major league teams, valued him so much, meant, he's so special. And so that is the sort of happiness bring to the fans. And then so it was a very clever way because he still kept the value of himself. He didn't sell himself cheap, right? Yet made possible for Dodgers to spend that money to recruit more players. right? So the win-win situation, it really is a Sanpo Yoshi deal. All right. So enough with the baseball. Because this is not a baseball channel. This is a health and longevity channel, right? So what has Sanpo Yoshi got to do with biohacking? Um, Now, Sanpo Yoshi in biohacking. So for sellers' happiness, and you become healthy. Yeah, that's obvious, isn't it? And then buyers' happiness. So in this case, you're not doing a business. So the buyers are people close to you, such as your family members, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, people in your community, people whom you have a direct contact with. And then society's happiness, the planet is healthy, or the larger society in general is healthy. Okay, now many biohackers are focusing on sellers' happiness. Yeah, you try to optimize your diet, your exercise, your fasting to become healthy. Yeah, but not paying attention so much to making others healthy or making the planet healthy. Yeah, but those tools are critical, especially in Ikigai biohacking. And then if you think of those three parties' happiness, you have a slightly different approach. Right. Okay. So how to do that? One thing is by consuming local and organic foods. Yeah, more and more local food production and organic food productions are critical. And by doing it, you can support local small-scale organic polyculture farmers, and that can create more biodiversity. And then it is a sustainable way of food production. Yeah. So if you can support those farmers and you can get your friends, family members, neighbors to join this project together to support the entire community, to make your community healthy, it can change the planet. And then the other thing is making it easy and doable. Yeah. So I often stress the importance of, easy going and just make it doable. There's no point of doing something if you cannot maintain it, right? However, more and more strict protocols are becoming popular. Yeah. Now people are, because I don't know, they discovered something new in science, and every day, they say, well, now, so zone 2 training is critical. Yeah. But zone 2 training is like slow jogging or brisk walking, that kind of aerobic exercise. But you need to do it at least 180 minutes per week, which means if you do 45 minutes a day, you need to do it 4 times a week, at least. This is the minimum level. Yeah. But now people saying zone 2 itself is not enough. You need to do slightly higher intensity exercises such as zone 3 or zone 4. So they recommend you need to add HIIT, high intensity interval training too. So on top of doing zone 2, maybe you might do HIIT like 3 times a week and so on. And so it sounds easy for athletes or the people who are disciplined. Yeah. But if you're not into, or if you haven't done much sports in general, I mean, that is pretty hard. Yeah, the bar is very high. Yeah. And now also people are talking about alcohol, like, maybe you should stop drinking alcohol because they have discovered the other negative aspect of drinking alcohol. Alcohol is basically poison and so on. And some influential figures have stopped drinking alcohol because of that too. But then it also makes it more difficult for people to follow. Yeah. I mean, okay, let's say if alcohol is bad, but still, can you not drink at all? I mean, do you have to stop? Do you have to make it zero? Yeah. Can you just reduce the amount? But the same as the argument with the meat. Like the reason why I don't become a vegetarian or vegan is that it is difficult. Yeah. But reducing it easier. I mean, I agree with the fact that it's better to stay away from eating meat and animal products in general. But so we can reduce the amount. So that's why I'm suggesting during the week you stay on a plant-based diet as much as possible. But on the weekend, you can include animal products because that is much easier and doable for many people. Some people who are disciplined can become a vegan, but many people are not as disciplined as those people are. So by creating slightly easier option, more people are able to practice. And this is much easier to introduce to your friends, family members, and neighbors. Yeah. If I tell you, okay, if you want to live longer, you need to stop eating all meat. Yeah. Or just saying, I mean, reduce your meat consumption. Stay away from eating meat during the week, but you can just eat meat on the weekend. Yeah. Or now stop drinking completely from tomorrow, zero alcohol. Or, you can reduce drinking. Maybe you can only limit to just weekend drinking. Which is easier? Which do you think is, doable for most people? Yeah. So it is important to make it easy and doable if you want to get more people to stay healthy. Now, and that is another reason why I promote Hara Hachibunme, which basically means you stop eating when you're 80% full. But also, I am using this term to stop when you're 80% optimal. Or you don't need to stop, but you can just aim for 80% optimal. You don't need to aim for 100% optimal. Yeah, because the end result won't be so different. I mean, I don't think it will be so different. Suppose if you do 100% optimal protocols, like, 100, let's say 200 minutes of zone 2 a week plus, like 80 or 90 minutes of HIIT. Yeah. And then you do the perfect diet, perfect, nutrition, like, content and everything. And you do the optimal fasting protocol and so on. Yeah. And then suppose you have a relatively good diet, not perfect, but relatively good diet, and you exercise, not, all those protocols, but you kind of exercise regularly. Maybe you go walking every day and stuff like that. And then, yeah, probably you won't I don't know, the difference is maybe 3 years or just 2 years. Yeah, you are still going to live longer and you are still going to stay healthier than most people if you have a regular, like a healthy lifestyle. If you exercise regularly, if you eat well regularly, you are better off than majority of the people on the planet, and that is good enough. First, you can aim for 80%. You don't need to become the elite. You don't need to seek the 100% optimal. Yeah. And then what is more important is to get more people, many people stay healthy together so that we can create a healthier community and the healthier planet. Now, so this 20% space gives you the freedom to choose activities. Yeah. For example, you can, if you enjoy walking, but some people say walking is not enough. I mean, brisk walking is, but slow walking isn't. Yeah. You need to do either brisk walking or slow jogging. Yeah. To make it optimal. Yeah. But then if you don't enjoy jogging, yeah, by not aiming for 100%, you have a freedom to do walking, something that you can enjoy doing it. Yeah, and that is critical. And the same thing with alcohol. Okay, maybe to be optimal, you want to stop drinking alcohol completely. But if you limit alcohol only to the weekend, maybe it's not 100% optimal, but you can still enjoy your life and then get relatively healthier. Yeah. And it gives you space to cheat. The same thing about alcohol or even meat eating on the weekend. Yeah. Now, a lot of people are, strict. They practice their protocol every single day. They don't have any cheat days. That is the problem. And that is why I have a Hare and the K system, and Hare the weekend time, in a way, the cheat days. Yeah, I don't call it cheat days because cheat day sounds like you're cheating. But for me, it's not cheating. It's a Hare, it's a time to celebrate, the celebration period. Yeah. And it is important mentally. It gives you Ikigai. And it gives you flexibility to develop other areas of your life. You're not only doing a physical biohacking, especially if you practice Ikigai biohacking, you're doing mental biohacking, spiritual biohacking, and planetary biohacking. If you're focused on your physical biohacking, if you are spending all your time into different type of exercises and stuff like that, you don't have time left to do other things. For example, if you want to study a language, which is very good for dementia, I mean, if you want to, stop being dementia, learn a language. That is a very great brain exercise, but you don't have time to do that if you spend so much time into your physical workout. Yeah. So 20% extra space gives you more time to do other things. All right. So if you want to know more about Sanpo Yoshi, please read the Ikigai Diet. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. What did you think of Shohei Ohtani's Sanpo Yoshi deal? Plus, how are you planning to make your biohacking Sanpo Yoshi? Thank you. Well, I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!